Hey there everyone, good to see you again. Today I'm covering an unusual one. Yep, it's Saint Maud. Rest assured you're going to be blessed by the end of this video. Alright, let's get into it. The movie starts on a hairy note. Oh shit, and that's blood. Man, that ain't funny. We meet our heroine, if that's what you want to call her, and it looks like she's messed up big time with her patient. Her name is Maud and she's covered in blood after a failed CPR attempt. Things don't look so good. But then she gets amazed by a massive beetle thing. I'm just gonna call it an insect. And then we fade into the title card. Ooh, smooth. Something's boiling and it looks a lot like blood, but chill guys, it's just soup. Maud's chilling in a little room and she shares her feelings with God. She thinks that he's got big plans for her. Well, you've got a dead patient on your hands, so I don't really know where that leaves you, Maud. Anyway, her new faith keeps her in check after the incident, and she's already moving on to her next victim. Patient. And her name is Amanda Cole, and she's a dancer celebrity. She's got stage 4 lymphoma, but that doesn't stop her from smoking like a chimney. Seriously, she can't stop. Maud goes about doing her job, and everything looks pretty chilled for now. She also snoops around and finds some posters of Amanda's dance classes. Oh man, she's got moves alright. Amanda learns about Maud's faith but doesn't care too much because she's an atheist. She does care about having a good time though, and that's why she invites her friend Richard over for a drink. Maud goes on saying that she's meeting friends, but it turns out that she's actually a loner. No, I'm not being mean there. She's not out for a long time though, because Amanda's been a naughty girl and she's creating a scene in front of Richard. Maud comes back to Amanda puking it all over the carpet. Ugh. Ugh, man. That looks really nasty. It turns out that Richard's been trying to get some for a while, but Amanda's always leaving him high and dry. The nurse and patient spend some time together and bond pretty quickly. Maud claims to hear God's own voice, and that sometimes she can feel him inside her. You know what, no comment there. Amanda becomes more comfortable with her and reveals that she's pretty scared of her mortality, and doesn't really know what to expect after death. Maud lightens her mood with some almighty talk and then puts her to bed. Alright, now things start to get a bit weird. The lights act funny, we can hear some horns blowing, and there are also some creepy whispers. Hey, what the hell is happening with Maud? Why is she enjoying this? Yeah, something is up here for sure. She goes to her room and bends on her knees to thank her father for giving her purpose. In case you don't really know, her purpose here is to save Amanda's soul. You better not ask, just watch, trust me. She empties Amanda's booze and rewards herself with some perfume. Okay. Life's good for Maud. Things change up a bit, and then we have a new visitor. This is Carol, and she's Amanda's friend. Maud doesn't really want her visiting so late, and uses plenty of lame excuses to stop her, but Carol just ignores her and goes to meet her buddy. Maud washes her hands and gets a nosebleed. Ugh. As she hears the women laugh and enjoy themselves, she notices her blood drain into the sink in a spiral pattern. Carol leaves the next morning after collecting a buttload of cash. Damn girl, I don't mind cheering up patients for that kind of dough. Maud doesn't like the look of this though. She feels a little bit jealous, so she goes to meet Amanda and recites a sweet little prayer for her to strengthen their bond. Then she makes things weird by doing that thing again, but Amanda feels it too. Now they're both just tripping on some shit and I just can't understand. Bro, what is happening here? I need some answers and oh shit, what the hell is that face? The two gals have a nice time after that, and Amanda gifts Maud a religious book called William Blake. Aw, she refers to her as her savior too. That's so sweet and wholesome. Is this really a horror movie? Maud goes through the book and gets all religious again after seeing some of the images, but gets interrupted by Carol, who spills some champagne and goes back to her honey. Maud doesn't like the look of that, so she investigates further by taking a little bit of a peek into Amanda's room and watches on as the ladies have a good time together. I wonder if she's cool with this kind of thing. Well, she gets into an argument with Carol the next day. Yeah, right, like we didn't see that one coming. Strangely enough, it's not because Amanda plays for the home team, but rather because she believes that Carol doesn't truly care for her, and she's just wasting Amanda's time in the dying moments of her life. Maud wants her to stop seeing her boss. Things naturally get a little bit hostile, but then Carol agrees to Maud's suggestions and leaves. That was a little too easy. Okay, so now we're back with Maud and Amanda again. Maud runs into her friend, Joy, and they catch up for a bit. It turns out that her real name is Katie, and Joy is a little bit surprised to see her employed with a nursing agency. especially after the incident. Maud doesn't want to keep up with this awkward moment, so Joy shares her number with her and leaves. Later, Amanda gets a call from someone and gets really upset. Yeah, that's definitely Carol. Amanda acts a little bit mean with Maud, further proving my point. Anyway, Maud watches that weird spiral shit in the bathtub as she washes her boss and then burns her hand after hearing some voices. This faith is turning into something pretty toxic if you ask me. It's Amanda's birthday, so she sends Maud out to get some party stuff. Carol is also in attendance, and you can see the smoke coming out of Maud's ears. The poor nurse feels completely out of place amongst all these fashionable guests, but yeah, it doesn't get better for her. Amanda goes on to insult her in front of her friends for trying to scare Carol away. Things get a little out of hand when they dress her up and drag it out. And I'm pretty sure Amanda makes a subtle move at her, and this triggers Maud into a bitch-slapping frenzy with her boss right across the face. In front of everyone, at her birthday party. Wow, yikes. There's also a little stare Amanda does that somehow makes Maud's tummy hurt. What is this movie, man? Maud's agency fires her, and surprisingly, Amanda isn't pressing charges. So she was making a move there, wasn't she? Maud then starts doubting her god and pulls off some really uncomfortable shit. Crap, man, please stop doing that with your hand. This ain't a typical religious horror movie, isn't it? Thinking that she's been abandoned now, Maud goes to a bar by herself to find some company. She gives a random guy a hand, but he leaves her once he's done. Rude. Then she tries to join in on another's group conversation. And oh god, it's so cringe to watch her fail. Man, this is worse than when I asked my crush out to prom. Maud gets drunk and calls up Joy, but it doesn't go so well either. She just can't catch a break, can she? Then she starts seeing that spiral crap again and bumps into some random dude, spilling his beer. She makes it up to him by bumping uglies, and oh boy, it gets real ugly for her. She gets flashbacks about her dead patient, and Christ, did she just kill him? Nah, he's good. Although I wouldn't mind if he just died there because he just acts like a total dick with her after that. It turns out that she's had a bit of a wild past as Katie. She gets out of this awkward hookup and starts tripping again when she gets back home. She cries to her god again and begs him not to let her fall. This is actually pretty dark if you think about the fact that she can't interact freely with anyone apart from her faith. She asks for guidance, but all that follows is a load of vomit with firecrackers bursting in the background. Ah shit, she starts twisting and turning like a scene from The Exorcist and then starts floating in the air? And then there's that bug again. Alright, I'm completely lost now. I think she's got some kind of enlightenment and then cracks it up a notch by sticking spikes in her shoes. Then she decides to go out for a nice, painful walk. Sheesh. She starts going full psycho mode, but then she meets Esther, Amanda's new nurse. She sweet talks her at first, who gets pissed off and leaves after finding out that Amanda is enjoying Esther's company. She doubts her god again, and then that goddamn insect shows up again, and holy shit, is that a Welsh god talking to her? This scene actually reminds me of that ending in The Witch. The god tells her that she's proud of her, and she's only got one final test before they can be together again. Bruh, I think she just needs some detox. Maud dresses up as some weird saint and prepares for the final act of the movie. She gets interrupted by Joy, who wants to offer her some emotional support, but Maud just cares about those spiral thingies in the winds, and takes them as a sign. Just when you think she's gonna go apeshit, she just kisses Joy on the cheek and blesses her soul before sending her away on her merry little way. Alright, cool. Maud sets out to Amanda's house and says her prayers before breaking in. Is it really that easy to get in? Maybe she really does have the Almighty on her side. She meets Amanda, who apologizes for mocking her faith. Maud tries to bless her with some holy water, and it stings her. Yeah, that can't be a good sign. Amanda wants her to snap out of her religious delusions and tells her that God isn't real. She also reveals that she was faking it when they were having that crazy trippy session together. Maud's unable to come to terms with it, and oh shit, a jump scare. What the fuck? Amanda is the devil. Wait. So, was all that weird stuff from earlier because of her? Well, we ain't got time for the exposition, because the devils keep taunting Maud's love of God. And that's enough for her to kill her ex-boss with a pair of scissors. I think Maud may have screwed up here. I'm pretty sure the devil can survive a bunch of blades in his neck. Anyway, it looks like Maud has completed her test. She washes the blood off, and are those angels' wings? What? She then goes off to the beach and sings a song as she looks up to those damn spirals in the sky. She pours acetone all over her body and lights herself up in front of all the horrified people around her. What the hell? But they bowed down to her? So was this some religious journey about... Oh crap, she's actually burning. God damn, indeed. Christ, that ending was freaking awesome. It changed the whole meaning of the movie in literally a second. I guess slow burn horror movies do have their payoffs. Anyway, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe to stay up to date on all the recaps coming up, and check out my Patreon in the description below if you've got any special requests. Alright guys, see you later.